The feds did a sweep. What up, internet world? It's your boy Jermaine back with another video. So in this video, we're going to talk about what happened with the Uber drivers in Chicago at the airport. So the feds came in, the feds, home security, ICE, whatever y'all want to call them folks, the authorities, came in and arrested 18 people at the airport in the rideshare lot, parking lot, you know, where the rideshare drivers wait at the airport. Now, a lot of people are kind of pissed about this because they're like, yo, they're just going after Uber drivers and they're just going after, you know, the weakest link. But at the end of the day, this is what we heard would happen. However, a lot of drivers that like to hang out at the lounges. When I say lounges, I'm not only talking about the airport, but I'm talking about places where other Uber drivers hang out. Should also include food delivery people as well. Typically, Uber drivers like to hang out at, you know, the EV chargers. It's a bunch of EV chargers where drivers are in the airport. Around the city, it might be a couple random places where drivers post up at. But for the most part, the airport is like one of them spots. Now, it is a couple gas stations I know where drivers hang out at, but I mean, come on, the airport is going to be the large whammy. In the food delivery game, especially with DoorDash and Uber Eats, we already know, if you live in San Francisco, you already know where the food delivery people hang out at. They just hang out in front of restaurants and you see maybe 20 people on scooters at this block, and then you go the next block, you see another 20 people on scooters. You go the next block and you see another 10 people on scooters, right? So, I mean, if ICE or the immigration people or the feds or whatever, if they really wanted to bust people, it would be really, really easy to do. Right? Just go to the airport and like go downtown in front of like food delivery places. So on the flip side, if you are legal and you're working, like me, I am legal and I'm working. One thing I like to do, especially in these times, now this is something I've done for years, and this is something I recommend all Uber drivers and DoorDash drivers to do. Even if you are illegal or you're not illegal, y'all should go and you should get a United States passport card. Okay, you need to get a passport card. So when immigration stops you and immigration say, let me see your papers, you can give them your passport card. Now, this is better than a California ID. So a state California ID is from the state of California, but this here is from the federal government, right? So this is a federal ID. So I would say have this ID. Now, on the flip side, it's great to have this ID for immigration. If they stop you, you know, you can give them this. Proper documentation. But also, I've discovered that it's really, really awesome to have a passport card when I'm making deliveries. Okay? Sometimes you go to a building and the building wants you to leave your ID at the front desk. Now, my ID has my address on it. So I don't want to leave my ID at the front desk because it has my address on it. However, if I give you my passport card, it doesn't have my address on my passport card. And I really, really like using the passport card just for that reason. And also, it's great to have a second form of ID. Let's say you lose let's say it's Friday night, and you can't find your driver's license, and you want to go out with friends. Well, if you can't find your driver's license, well, you can't go out with friends because you need your ID to get into places. But if you can't find your driver's license, you can just use your passport card. Yeah. So if you're an Uber driver, if you drive for a rideshare, I'm just going to tell y'all, and you do food delivery, I'm going to let y'all know, they out here sweeping folks. And this is not the first case I've heard of, you know, Uber drivers and food delivery people getting targeted. But once again, it's an easy target. Like most people that do food delivery now, like most of them don't speak English. You know, like I was hanging out with someone the other day, and they said that they walked into the restaurant and the people were acting funny, and then he said, hey, I'm trying to pick this order up. And then he said that the people in the restaurant looked surprised. And I said, they look surprised because they probably did not think that you could speak English. And when you spoke English, you probably freaked them out because they just thought that, you know, you don't speak English, whatever, I can talk to you like whatever. But then when they realize it, then they kind of act different. But whenever I'm out doing food delivery, it's the same thing. Like no one speaks English. You go to a restaurant, I'm trying to pick up an order. There's two guys there with their helmets on. They got Google Translate on their phone and they're trying to talk to the people working there. The people working there are just frustrated because no one speaks English and it takes too long. Also, when I'm driving Uber, this is just so common driving Uber. You pick up people and they say, oh my gosh, I'm surprised you speak English. Like all of our other drivers, that they don't speak English. And, you know, it's nice to have someone speak English because we can ask them things like, hey, where's a good place to go for dinner? Or, hey, where's a good coffee shop? Or, hey, you know, sometimes passengers just need to communicate with the driver, right? Not everyone is getting into a Waymo where there is no driver. But sometimes if you don't know where to go or you want recommendations, it's a Tuesday night. Where's a good bar to go to in this neighborhood? It's a Tuesday night. Where's a decent place to go get tacos, right? But once again, when people don't know the language and they don't speak English, like it makes it very hard to communicate, right? So anyway, I'm just letting y'all know what's going on like in Chicago. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because I don't think this is only going to happen to Chicago. I'm following people in San Francisco right now. They are begging for the National Guard to come to San Francisco. And the main reason why they're begging the National Guard to come to San Francisco is because of all the drugs in the Tenderloin. And y'all already know, if you live in SF, it's like that, you know? Like there's a lot of drugs. People just do drugs on the street. You see drug dealers every now and then. They have cleaned up a lot of the drug dealers, right? They have a bunch of them. But the way things are going, people are literally begging the National Guard to come to San Francisco. And if the National Guard comes to San Francisco, guess what? It's going to be the same thing that's going on in Chicago, right? They're going to be busting folks. They're going to be doing stings, you know. My guess, this is just me speaking. I'm just going to say this in a video so I can say I said it first. I do not believe the National Guard will come to San Francisco. I think, you know, Trump is going to be like, that's a blue city, whatever. You know, and also San Francisco does not have the same problems like Portland has had. Okay, it's simply not. Portland is on a whole nother crash course. You know, and that's not San Francisco. San Francisco has way more money and way more influence and way more jobs and way more everything than Portland. Portland, I put it in the same category as like Memphis almost. You know. And, you know, Memphis and Portland, they don't have many things in common, but like they kind of do have things in common. They're places where they can easily be overran by the people. And I feel like a place like San Francisco is not easily overran by the people at all. I feel like they put fists down in this city, just like they put fists down in New York. And things just, they don't play out the same way that everyone thought they were going to play out. But anyway, I'm just going to let y'all know, watch y'all backs, okay? If you do rideshare, if you do Uber on a bike, or you do DoorDash on a bike, a car, or RV, or whatever, make sure y'all stay vigilant because you never know. You might be at a restaurant, and there might be 10 of y'all in the restaurant, and all of a sudden, ice might come up in that joint. And they might block the door, and none of y'all can leave, right? And your car might be double parked outside. Right? And then they up in there checking IDs and ain't nobody got an ID. All y'all about to get locked up. So I'm just letting y'all know, like, have y'all papers on you. Because I know everybody that watch me don't live in San Francisco. Some of y'all might live in a city where ICE is already doing it, you know? Where they out there, they doing the thing. But I'm just reminding y'all, like, stay up. Keep making money. And if you legal, if you like me, your papers in a row, like, you know, you born in this country, you want to work, but you can't work because it's all these people taking our jobs. Like, I don't know, things might change. Like, they might, because lately I have been seeing more English speaking people like working, but usually, like I say, it's not that way. But it's nice to see the English people come back because when these apps first launched, everyone on these apps were like English speakers, and now like nobody speaks English anymore. But anyway, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Love all of y'all. Let me know what y'all have to say about this video. And yeah, the comment box is down below. Light it up. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out. Love all of y'all. Ow!